Hi, my name is Randy Santarius, and I'm president of Santarius Computer Consulting Services Incorporated. Over the past 24 years, it has been my privilege to design, develop, and implement database software for businesses. Over these last 24 years, I've seen an awful lot of change in information technology, and here more recently, some real changes in the business environment in general. Purse strings for many companies have tightened up, and many companies need to find creative ways to save or reduce budgets. Over the past few years, I've shifted our focus away from designing and developing desktop applications and have instead focused on new niche market online application services. An online application service differs from a desktop application in that online application services are not usually hosted by the client, though in some circumstances they can be. The reason why this is a benefit to an organization is that because of the nature of an online application service being accessible from anywhere via the web browser, you, the client, no longer need to buy the software, hardware, and IT support necessary to operate the application. All of that, including backup of your information, upgrades, and other hardware and software considerations, are done by the service provider, which in this case is Santarius Computer Consulting Services Incorporated. Because of this, the online application service client has significantly lower overhead and can save money while still accomplishing a niche business need. Today, I'm happy to announce a new application service we call CIRATS. That is CIRATS, and it stands for Center for Information Retention Assessment and Training Services. This niche market application service is focused on the need most businesses have to train and repeatedly train staff or others on specific information. And sometimes this is referred to as an in-service or training seminar. In previous years, there were basically two ways of handling this ongoing requirement. Do it yourself by expending a manager or trainer's time in-house and making the training a, quote, mandatory in-service. The problem, as many of you know, is that half of the people don't show up for the mandatory in-service, and you have to do it again and again, taking up time and expense. The second way of handling training is for companies to hire outside services to do the training. And this, as many of you know, requires significant expense and can literally become a logistical nightmare. Here's why CIRATS.com is a very different type of training solution. First, all materials for doing the seminar, training, or in-service can be easily recorded using readily available tools, and this media, whether video, audio, or PDF, can be simply uploaded to your CIRATS.com facility. Then a 10, 25, 100 question test can be created using the CIRATS test creation module, and the media you've created can be attached to this new test. Employees or users of CIRATS that are registered to use CIRATS with the user ID and password can then be assigned to watch or listen to the in-service and then take the test you associated with your media. Several things happen here that may not happen when doing live training or in-services. Most importantly, by testing, you have a record of the retention level of the training information and a record of continuing education or certification requirements right at the CIRATS administrator's fingertips. Your CIRATS facility administrator can generate reports broken down by date, department, test, user, and test percentage. You control what the passing grade must be, and in so doing, you control the acceptable level of retention proficiency. CIRATS.com is very easy to get into, and you can do it in a matter of minutes by going to CIRATS.com and speaking with a sales representative. You can start with as few as 20 seats for as low as $25 plus usage fees, which are only $1 per test and a one-time fee of $1.75 for tests that you create with media. Imagine being able to assign a training seminar by simply selecting the appropriate target group from your list of registered CIRATS users at your facility and assigning them the task of viewing the material and taking the test. Then, instead of having to take time away from their job, they can fulfill your desired training requirement down the street at their local coffee shop on their laptop if that's what they want to do. Friends, this is a new age in technology, and I encourage you to check us out at CIRATS.com and talk with a sales representative about what the best CIRATS configuration would be for you and your unique business needs. Thank you so much for your time. It's been my privilege to speak with you today.